good thing I'm a good-looking guy.
Absolutely.
That's what my mom would say. Okay, ready?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the
Okay.
noise is what it is.
Same question. Welcome to TD Place. Colleen, what does it mean for you as a mom to be?
I guess I would just start by saying how proud I am of Chloe. She came home from school and was like, I'm going to be on a football team and it's girls and it's tackle. And I was like, what? Does that exist? And so I had a lot to learn myself. And it doesn't surprise me. So Chloe's a go-getter and she likes to be a bit of a trendsetter. And she does like different abilities to, just find her way and do different things. And so I'm just so pleased that she's doing something that is like one of a kind right now.
Chloe, here you are. You're playing on the very same field the Ottawa Red Blacks play on. What does that mean to you?
Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing. Like when Sarah said we were getting a tackle team, I was like, I want to do that. Like I do tackle rugby as well, so it's just like another sport. And then he said it was the first all-girls tackle football high school team in Canada, and it's super great to like start that.
So this is history.
Yeah.
You are the first tackle football team in Ottawa for girls.
Yeah.
And here you are on the Red Blacks field playing a game, hoping to get the message out there. What is that message to girls across Ottawa?
We can do anything. I mean, like that's, it's taken a long time for that message to get out, but this is just like another step, and I'm so happy that I can be a part of that message. And hopefully we'll have someone else to play against next year.
Colleen, what does this mean to you?
Same, and that's the goal. So apparently 3 or 4 high schools have come forward in Ottawa already, and I'm hearing there's something in the works about maybe Utah from the US wanting to play this team. So it just makes you feel like we're moving in the right direction, and I agree with what Chloe said. She has 2 older brothers, and hey, my girl can do it too.
Exactly.
Wonderful. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you
Colleen,
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate
drop
it.
me a line with your email, okay?
Okay,
So
awesome. Okay.
I'll get a picture of you after the game.
All right.
Okay, guys, setting history. Big news in the community. What does it mean to you?
Well, it's just incredible because when we found out that it was first in Ottawa, we were already super stoked, and it was just like, wow, like, we've done this. But now that it's like first in Canada, it's just incredible. Like it was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's been kind of like one of those things that we've always talked about, and now that it's finally here, like it's great, but it's also something that we kind of wanted and expected, because it's always been kind of like, why not us? Why shouldn't we also be able to play tackle football? We have the equipment.
Yeah, boys can do it. Why can't we?
Yeah, what else you got? Got any more quick? Did you have some more questions?
You can introduce these two right now. The girls want to vote.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Video she put out where she's running, and she's like literally 4 years old. Oh my God. So
Over here, David, please.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So guys, welcome to TD Place. Here you
Thank
are,
you.
beautiful Monday afternoon, home of the Ottawa Red Blacks. What does it mean to you guys to be here today?
It means everything. Like, we are starting something so historic, and every single girl will have the opportunity to do this now that we've started something. I hope it sparks all across Canada, and we'll have like a mini pool or like a huge set of games next year with all the other schools.
Yeah, hopefully next year I'm hoping to see a lot of other teams stand up and rise to the plate. It'd be fun to have some good competition out there, and I believe that girls can do what guys do, and if not, even better. So we'll challenge them for sure.
And so you talk about history, you talk about community, you talk about the impact. What do you think your team means to girls across Ottawa who are watching this, whether they're in elementary, secondary, or high school? They've seen you guys break down barriers. What do you think the message there is?
I hope that they know that we're invincible, that we can do everything that we want. You put your mind to something, you can do it. Whether it's like sports, whether it's academics, like anything, you can get it done if you try hard enough. And we have a great group of girls, and we're really fortunate with the coaches that we have. We have so much staff that's willing to help us. So, you put the work in, it'll come out.
Especially when it comes to sports, it's always like the mental side of the game. You never need to be physically strong or powerful, as long as you have the mental state of mind and you're able to get out on the field and say you're going to try and give it your best by the end of the day, then I believe that anyone can do it. So.
And why football? So is it a sport that you just very passionate about?
Well, I wanted to play with the boys, and I missed the window. So I went to Sarah and I said, I want to play, and I was like really passionate about it, and he was like, it's way too late in the season. And then I wasn't joking, but he took it as a joke at first. I was like, then make me a girls team. And then the next day he came up to me, he's like, okay, let's do this. And then I remember jumping around, telling everyone I knew, and then,
80 girls the first day signed up, and then by like the whole week there was over 120 girls, and it was insane. It got blown out of proportion, and here we are now with the team. So
I never heard anyone say like, oh, football, like I don't want to play that. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, yes, like of course I want to come out.
The talk in the hall, the talk at lunch, the talk out in the field, car rides, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody was just excited.
And what do you think about being in a facility like this?
Oh, it's amazing.
TV place, home of the Red Blacks. You think with the Red Blacks in our community doing as well as they do, not just on the field but also off the field, that's an important marker for us.
Exactly, and I think it will give a lot of girls excitement to see other women playing on a field like this, where, of course, the Red Blacks, they're a really good team. We all look up to them. Especially as girls, we can take things from the guys, too, and apply it to our game, so I think that's very important as well.
It's an honor to play here. Like, I find that football is a very family-oriented sport. You know, we have a huge family and support. At our boys' games at school, there's fans for the whole field's covering with fans. So it's just very family-oriented, and to be here to start it, you know, in the capital of Canada with the Red Blacks like over our shoulders playing at their stadium, it's just a really big honor.
Awesome. Okay, guys, that's wonderful. That's a lot of great stuff there. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grade 1. Yeah, so I got a good range still. Yeah.
Okay. Andy, welcome to TD Place. We're really excited to have you and the team here. What does it mean for you personally to be here, the home of the Ottawa Red Blacks?
Well, it's such a fantastic venue, and it's such a big venue, and I think it's an appropriate venue for what we're trying to accomplish at St. Mark. We knew we wanted to do this. We knew it would take some hard work to do this, but to be here now and to see it coming to fruition, we're just thrilled. We couldn't be happier. I know the girls are just ecstatic, and they're very excited for the opportunity.
So you guys we're talking about history here. We are talking about something that has not been done. What does that mean to you, Andy, and the girls, of course, and the entire community?
I think if you look at the community and the tradition we have at St. Mark, this is a program that has a lot of tradition behind it. We've had a lot of great young men play for us. And I think these girls want to be a part of that, and they have a right to be a part of it. And I think a lot of them are their brothers, their uncles, their fathers played for St. Mark, and so it's right now. It's why not us? Why can't we play for St. Mark? And it's time now. And for all this to come together and this to be the day, it's just such a huge thing for our community. It's a great day for St. Mark and a fantastic day for football.
And what does it mean? Because it's the sport of football. Is it in your mind, have you, when you were putting this out there and the girls were putting this out there, the idea of a tackle football team for girls only, what was the response in school and the community? What kind of response was there?
I think the response was overwhelmingly positive. We had no shortage of coaches wanting to coach. The girls, we had probably 80 names the first day on that sheet, and it grew to 100. The response has just been everything has been supportive. The administration at the school, the teachers who are trying to find a way to get to this game, the parents, the students. It's just we're glowing. It just feels so good. It feels so good to be a part of it. It feels so good to see everybody be a part of this.
So the girls are the talk of Ottawa right now. Where do you see this going from here?
I think next year, talking to other coaches now in the city who are aware of this, we will have some type of an expansion or teams in this, whether it's a league right away, it will be a league one day, or just bowl series type exhibition games. I've had conversations with a high school in Grimsby, Ontario. They want to come up and they want to play. There's conversations out in Sudbury and Toronto. So I think it's going to build. I think Ottawa will be the epicenter for this sport, and I think there's going to be some different areas across the province that will also start, and hopefully it becomes an office sport, and these girls can compete for a provincial championship.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. How's that? Good?
We're friends.
All right, good to go.
Guys, thanks for joining us today. We're here with St. Mark High School. This is the Ottawa's first female all-tackle team. So as two great Ottawa Red Blacks, community champions, what does this mean for you today for them to be here?
It's super exciting. Sport should be all-inclusive. So for this to be the first of its kind here in Canada is absolutely awesome. I mean, it's one high school and there's 70 girls out here. So I mean, it's really cool to see. You know, the sport has given me a lot growing up. I've played the sport since I was 9 years old. So you know, to see it become inclusive like this, and just to see how pumped these girls are to get out here and play a sport that I love, it's exciting.
Ben, c'est un honneur, c'est une très belle journée aujourd'hui, il fait soleil, il pleut tout le temps ces derniers temps, donc c'est le fun d'avoir du soleil pour les 70 filles qui sont venues jouer au football. C'est pratiquement plus populaire que chez les garçons, tant mieux. Puis ben, c'est le fun de voir que Ottawa et OSEG sont les premiers pionniers du football contact à Ottawa chez les femmes, donc c'est très encourageant.
So, beautiful day. Are you talking to the girls about football tips and skills? Like, how are they? Are they good players?
You know, I've already seen. I've been watching the offense with the team that I was kind of assigned to, and you know, there's some good athletes. I can tell you that. There's a couple of girls that can really throw the ball. There's a couple of girls that can run. You know, the team organization stuff might be a little bit interesting, but you know, it's the same with anyone that's new to the sport. It's honestly just awesome that these girls are out here trying to learn and better themselves, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting a good game, and as long as these girls enjoy the day, then I'm happy.
Ben, j'ai regardé vite, mais après deux, trois petits conseils, j'ai déjà remarqué que les filles sont comme des éponges, elles apprennent énormément vite, comme on dit dans le langage du football. Ils n'ont pas de faux plis parce qu'ils n'ont jamais joué avant, donc c'est le fun de voir que tu leur montres quelque chose, puis immédiatement, ils l'appliquent sur le terrain. Donc ça va être intéressant de voir comment le match va aller. J'ai hâte de voir les célébrations aussi, là, s'ils vont être plus créatifs que les gars pour les touchdown dance.
Bon, merci. Ça va? Oui. Yep. Oh, nice one. Good.
Good? All right. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, David. You can look at David.
Names and just spell it out.
So my name is Nadia Ducour, and spell it is D-O-U-C-O-U-R-E.
Lynn Vio, V-I-A-U.
Great. I'm going to interrupt you. There's a little bit of noise from the background and the playing. It's an environment. The ladies sound very clear.
You can hear them perfectly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. That's even better, having the environment
Yeah,
behind.
I think so. Okay.
So you got their names? That's okay?
Yeah, c'est bon. Allez-y.
So welcome to both of you to TV Place. This is a historic day. We have St. Mark High School here. They are Ottawa's first female tackle football team. So as two leaders in the football community here in Ontario and Ottawa, what does this mean to you?
So this is great. I've been involved in football for 15 years here in Ottawa in the community, and it's great to see women having their own tackle team. For years, I've seen girls play with the boys, and they can keep up toe-to-toe, and they outplay the guys in some of these positions. And it's great. Some of them have participated in the U15 teams in the Spalding Cup that I've seen locally, and they're great. And now to see them having their own team and competing against each other, the excitement level around this place today is amazing. I'm so excited going forward to Team Ontario, having a provincial team, and having some of these girls come out.
I will say since 2002, when I first ended up playing football, that was already a history. And now I'm part of Ottawa history and Ontario history, even better. I'm pretty excited for those girls because I don't think they know. They will know later, but today they need to enjoy 100%. They will do it for sure.
So today is about a start.
It's about a start.
We are seeing history, but we're also seeing the start of something very important for this community, this province, and the country as well. What does that mean for the game and football in Ontario and Canada and Ottawa, of course? Where do you see something like this going in the future?
So far, I've seen the first World Cup with the first team of Canada. That was amazing how many players and country, because I was representing my country at that time, and we didn't have a team. So here, Canada already have a history, and not many city has football, and I think it's super important, especially Ottawa is the capital, so it's to be proud of having a women's football, which is the second sport of Canada, right? After hockey. And women's sports, it's so empowered and powerful too. That I think it's going to be.
I think it's amazing. The football community here in Ottawa is very strong with the Red Blacks here. We've seen most of the games are sellouts, so the enthusiasm is there. Football's a great game, and to have girls come into this and bring it to the next level, I think it's wonderful for the sport. It's wonderful to get the community engaged at all levels and the participation. And then bringing this to the world stage is even greater.
For sure. And so that's part of our message here is for girls, why is it taking so long? You know, when we talk about this is the first female football tackle team in Ottawa, a lot of people are asking, wow, why did it take so long? Any thoughts on that? Any observations on perhaps why and again what this means for females in football?
I think going back, the perception that it's a boy sport, it's a man's sport. And then girls were always tend to be playing more of the feminine sport. But the more and more you see girls being involved in sports that are very physical, the intensity level is very high. And girls can play those sports too, and I think they're proving it by playing tackle football. There's other sports out there. So it's taken so long as well, I think, with the perception of injuries, the concussion, let's not forget that, the safety of the sport. But the safety of this sport has grown, and it's not even the top 5 as far as concussion ratings. So it's grown as far as equipment, coaches, the awareness and education around injuries. And I think that's really helped because this, after all, as physical as it is, to me, this is a safe sport.
I will add on to that. I think, as she said, yes, it's a boys sport, but also I think we have a help here because social media. Now the girls, I've seen maybe video of other girls playing, and they say, "Why not me? Maybe I can do it. Let me try." And they actually try, and they say, "Oh, you can make it. So let's do it, right?"
Exactly.
That's
Good,
why.
good.
So sometimes social media has a positive environment for us, right?
Well, absolutely. That's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
You will be part of this. So,
Yes,
okay.
great.
Nadia Lynn, thank you so much for your time. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
All right? Good, good. Thank you.